What's up, YouTube? I am back already. It is 2023. Happy New Year. So this video basically is just going to be kind of like a recap of 2022. 2022 was a big year for me. I'll be honest, like, make sure this lens is good. Lots of shit happened in 2022. Lots of stuff, you know, that I wish would have happened, you know, kind of took a turn, whatever, but that's life. So we're just gonna kind of go over month by month 2022 recap for me. So I literally have some notes here just because I was like, you know, it's good to like sit back and reflect on your life, like what have you done, what could you have done better, you know, things that you've just done in general that were really fun. I like to try to remember all the details. Kind of like, I mean, if you will, if I had time for it, like writing a diary sounds like weird or whatever, but that would be kind of fun. You would look back and like see like exactly what you were feeling. But anyway, so I took some notes on each month. January, so a year ago. Not really much happens for me in the winter. Like you'll see like my summer and fall paragraphs and notes are a hell of a lot bigger than the ones from in the winter. But January, I got another tattoo, which I actually filmed a vlog of, but it's this. So Tame Impala tattoo. Not that that's like anything huge or major that happened, but it's just something that happened in January. January was a month where, you know, I was eating a ton of calories in order to gain muscle, and here we are again eating a ton of calories in order to gain muscle, more muscle. Last year in January, I looked back, or this time of year, I was like around like 138, which is crazy to me. Just because I just think my body's like completely different. I've totally like recomped from that, from this fat loss phase, and now we're slowly creeping back up. And I feel like I'm gonna look like a totally different human, hopefully after this next muscle building phase. Calories are getting up there again, so, you know, I'm just trying to put them to good use and eating lots of carbs and trying to get super strong. Last January is the year that I got, or the month that I got this camera that I'm talking to you right now, which I would love to get a like a lens mount to it and get a new lens for it, because I'll be honest, like, this is a Canon EOS M50 Mark II, and it's good, don't get me wrong, like, it does the job, especially for videos. I like it for videos, but for pictures, it definitely, I definitely could use, like, a different lens. Like, my phone almost takes better pictures, but it's still, like, you know, I still like it. I don't regret my purchase, but I just might need to get a lens adapter for that. I'm doing my research, so comment below if you have any knowledge in that. So, we're gonna move on. February, we went to Holiday Valley in New York. We went snowboarding. It was very icy. I'm really excited. I'll talk more about the snowboarding for this year, but it was interesting. It was very beautiful, but just the ice and me not 100% being confident in my snowboarding abilities and falling on the ice and just sliding all over the place. It was kind of a mess. Visited my friends in DC, Arlington area, so like Virginia area. That was super fun. Good to see them. One of my clients for her birthday every year, her name's Laura. If you watch this, Laura, you're awesome. She's a mom, she's like an everyday person, and she just kind of like changed her life around to be involved in health and fitness. But anyway, every year for her birthday, now we started the tradition. It's called Laura's Lift-A-Palooza, and she's just gonna every day on that year, she's just gonna like, you know, try to hit some PRs, because we never really, like with my style of training, we don't really max out. It's not really our goals, but you know, that's what she wants to do for her birthday, so I think that was pretty cool. So we saw like what her bench was, her squat, her deadlift, and then years previous, you know, that was the year she wanted to do a pull-up for her birthday, like a bodyweight pull-up, which I thought was really cool. So like 2 years ago we got her to do that. February was also the month that I started mini cutting, because like a, you know, like a mini fat loss phase. It was kind of successful. I, you know, dropped a few pounds of water weight probably in preparation for a vacation, which I will talk about in March. February was also the month that I got my certification in corrective exercise through NASM. I still use some of that information today. It was great. Good background knowledge. So yeah, that was February. February is a short month. I eat a lot of chocolate covered strawberries, or I make a lot of chocolate covered strawberries, as I will this year. So March of last year, we went on the Fort Lauderdale trip, so Florida. It was amazing. We went for a whole week and visited my aunt. She lives down there, and just got a taste of like what their life is like living in such a nice area. And it's just like inspiring to me to, you know, see. And I actually did a vlog of it too, so you can, you know, refer back and watch it. So yeah, so that was, it's always a blast. Everything was perfect, you know, perfect beaches down there. March also, I saw Tame Impala in concert again for the second time. First time was at a festival, but we saw them in concert, so it was in Philly. Amazing. If you ever get to see Tame Impala, like I don't even care if you listen to that kind of music, like you're gonna want to see Tame Impala live. Like, he's amazing. And his band, yes, amazing. March was also the month that I started bartending. So when we got back from Florida, I realized like I kind of have like freak out moments often where I'm like, oh my God, you know, if you spend any money and it's like I can't handle myself. Like I'm like, I need to do something. So it happens often, you guys. Like I just go kind of crazy, nuts on myself. But I wanted to learn how to bartend because it doesn't affect my training schedule really, besides me getting less sleep, which is whatever, but you know, I try to avoid having a crazy schedule. But so yeah, started bartending, haven't stopped yet, still do it on the side. So that was March. March is not my favorite month because it's like, you know, you're so ready for winter to be over, and around here in Pennsylvania it just gets kind of icky. Early spring is not my favorite. And then we move on to April. We did a lot of hiking in April because, you know, it starts to get warmer out, starts to get nicer. I continued on with my cut in the fat loss journey, but wasn't too super serious about it. Like I kind of had to have a come to Jesus moment with Coach later on in the year about it, that I wasn't like taking it too seriously, and I needed to. So anyway, April, we went to Movin' On, which is like a mini festival with my mom and my brother. That was super fun. April was the month that I got a HydroJug sponsorship. So I had a code through HydroJug. I think it expired now. I'm not that active. I'm not a good influencer, you guys. But anyway, yeah, so that was cool because that's a product that I use often. Like I love HydroJug. They're awesome. They're great. April, not much happened, you know. Moving on to May. So this is when, you know, I had that come to Jesus moment with Coach, started taking my cut a little bit more seriously. You know, it wasn't like I was doing, you know, anything wildly off. It was just like little things here and there, you know, bites of this, licks of that, you know, licking the peanut butter knife after you know, get peanut butter out of, or whatever, like stupid shit like that. Like it all adds up. And if you're doing a cut and you're trying to take yourself seriously, especially if you're going to be a competitor someday, like for, you know, like bikini competitor or whatever, you just have to like be aware of that stuff. And that's not to say like an average person that you should be neurotic about it, but, you know, it does all add up. And I kind of needed to hear that, like, it is real life. Like, you know, it doesn't care what your feelings are or whatever. All right, so moving on to June. June, I'm always thriving in June. It is my birthday month. Bonnaroo is, you know, I have a video on that too. I can't say enough about Bonnaroo. Like, it's honestly one of my favorite things in the whole world. And I'm still looking at, like, I have a countdown in my little schedule book of like how many days till Bonnaroo, because I'm so fucking excited about it. And I already have like clothes and stuff. I'm, you know, buying outfits and whatever else for Bonnaroo, but I'm super pumped. I'm gonna make sure this is focusing. Okay. Are we focused? Anyway. So June, I turned 25. It was really awesome because when I turned 25, I was at Bonnaroo, and we were actually at like the rail, the front row of Tool, which is, if you guys don't know, it's like a, how would you describe Tool? It's like rock from like the 90s era, and that's like my kind of music. I like that and EDM. It's like my two things I go to the most. But yeah, so that was like, you know, me thriving. Oh, I cut caffeine starting, like, when I was cutting, we wanted to make sure that like my sensitivity to caffeine was, you know, actually a thing, that I wasn't just, you know, overstimulating myself with caffeine. So that was just kind of like an interesting process. I supplemented with Organifi Reds to try to help, you know, the hangover. It almost feels like a hangover when if you cut caffeine, like if you're getting up there in high amounts, it almost feels like a hangover. So, you know, Reds powder from Organifi really did help me. And then honestly, I don't regret cutting caffeine. It made me realize that like I wasn't utilizing it properly. Now, like when I drink caffeine, I can actually feel it, whereas before I was just drinking it on a normal day, like every single day. So it's nice to actually like get the effect from the caffeine. What else happened in June? Oh, well, I just have to note, so because I was taking my diet more seriously, I was, you know, slowly achieving the best physique up until this point. So July, July we went kayaking, you know, kind of just like things to do around here, outdoors, kayaking. I try to go at least once a year. It is a freaking workout, like holy shit, on your upper body. I went to Watkins Glen Wine Festival with my dad and my stepmom. That was fun. You know, you guys probably know, maybe you don't, I'm not that big of a drinker. Like, I don't really like drinking alcohol anymore. But occasionally, you know, when you're with people you love and whatever, it's fun. I visited my friends in Philly, bartended a lot during this month, outside bartending, because the bar I work at has indoor and outdoor bar, so I like the outdoor bar more. So that was fun. I had a sponsorship or partnership with GNC. That is still kind of ongoing. I do work for them, for their content. I finished my nutrition coaching certification through NCI, which I am still kind of going through business school through them, but I'm just like so busy that I haven't really gotten, you know, I'm just taking it slower. But anyway, I got my nutritional coaching cert through NCI, then graduated through that. August. August is like I love summer, but August, September, October, like those 3 months are like thriving, prime time. Because it's like still warm, but also transitioning into fall. Super fun time of the year. My gram came up to visit from Florida. I hiked with one of my online clients. She's a local girl from around the area, so that was cool. We went to Knoebels, which is like an amusement park with Andy and my brother. you know, still, again, achieving the best physique up to this point. Cabin trip. We did a few cabin trips. I went to Colorado to visit my longtime best friend. I've been best friends with Jordan forever. Jordan, if you're watching this, shout out to you. You're awesome. She just had a baby. It was so pretty. And Colorado is on one of our top choices to move to. So, you know, if you're watching this and you're from the Colorado area, send me some tips. Comment below. But yeah, I'll talk more about that. September, this is my favorite month of all time. We had 2 weddings in September. So that took up like 2 weekends. I trained with my coach, my online coach for the first time, met him for the first time in general at the King Gym in Philly. So that was really cool. I'd love to do it again. I hit 20K followers on Instagram, which was my goal for 2020. So I met that in September. My goal for Instagram, it wasn't like one of my top goals, whatever. Made lots of pumpkin spice things, as you know, naturally. Kind of ended my cut there, so maybe started to reverse out of it. The reason why we ended the cut is because I lost my period, I lost my menstrual cycle, kind of, so just for a bit, and I'll get more into that in a little bit here. Went on the most perfect trip ever. We went to the Adirondacks, which was absolutely amazing. Like, could not have been more perfect. It was beautiful, totally breathtaking. I think it was because I totally didn't have expectations for it. I had so much going on with Colorado and then coming back and having a busy month that I totally just didn't even think about the Adirondacks trip. We stayed in Lake Placid area, which I totally recommend, especially that time of year in like September. I think late September is when their leaves start to change, so that would be really cool to see. Sorry, I have like chapped lips. Anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so the Adirondacks, Andy asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I'm not really like a material girl. Like, I buy everything that I want, so I don't really like it. I don't care about people buying me things. I would rather do like experiences. So of course I chose my birthday present to be, I said, book me an Airbnb in the Adirondacks. So, you know, I picked it out, and this year I think I want to go to Salem, Massachusetts during the fall. I think that would be really cool. It's like, you know, during my birthday's in the summer, so I like to extend the fun into, so that was like, you know, celebrating my birthday but in September. So that was awesome. I had a post that kind of went semi-viral, 72,000 plus likes on a post, which was pretty crazy. That's why I'm noting it. Like, I've never had anything close to that. I had professional videos done by one of my friends, Jake. That was pretty cool. Still use them for content. We went apple picking, typical fall things. You know, I always make a big fall bucket list every year. And now I'm starting to make, like, well, I've already made it, a winter bucket list too. Because it's just fun, you know? Like, you just gotta live life. Like, what do you want to do? What do you actually want to do? And that's, you know, I like to check things off. Like, yeah, we did that and it was really fun. And, you know, I also hit 30K followers on Instagram in September. It went pretty fast. Like, from that post that went viral, that's kind of what, like, bumped everything all at once. But yeah. And also in September, I started posing with Alexa, my posing coach. So I started to learn how to pose for a competition. I ordered my competition heels at this time, and it all started to become more real. But then October hit, So October, lots of fall activities as usual, hiking, you know, pumpkins, whatever, bullshit. I bartended a lot here, like a lot. I hiked with another one of my clients. This was an in-person client this time. I dyed my hair. I got red in my hair, which is still in my hair, but it was blonde and red at this time. I saw these psychedelic porn crumpets. Interesting name, I know. But it's a band, they're a band from Australia, and I love them. Like, they're small, so I caught them when they're, you know, up and coming, and we saw them for only $17 in Philly. Such a good show. So I went with my mom and my brother to that. And then the day after that, I did a strongman competition just for fun. It was like Halloween themed at a brewery. So that's how I know, like, it's just for fun. And I did that with one of my in-person clients, Laura, I just talked about her earlier. So I did the strongman competition with her, and I actually ended up winning it, which was super crazy. And I pulled a truck. We all pulled a truck, so it wasn't like that. But, you know, everyone was the most impressed with the truck pull. Let's see. And I'm saving one thing for last to discuss. Oh, we had another Halloween, we had a wedding on Halloween. So that strongman competition that I did was kind of like Halloween themed. So we wore like a mask, and it's really loud bike going by. I wore like a mask and kind of treated that as like my Halloween theme. I love Halloween, but I feel like every year there's something that holds me from actually celebrating it, or maybe I'm just a loser and don't have a party to go to. But maybe next year we'll be able to actually like come up with a cool costume and stuff, because it's just a shame, like I love it. So you guys, somebody invite me to a party, what the fuck. But no, this year we had a wedding. But anyway, so October, I did a Dutch test, which is a really in-depth hormone panel to test my hormones to see if I was healthy enough to compete eventually. And so I got those results back. I remember this day specifically. So prior to doing this, I was getting a little bit of, like, not a little bit, a decent amount of anxiety for no apparent reason. I was having like heart palpitations, and I still get them occasionally, and it was just kind of overwhelming, and it was really it all stemmed down to like just overworking myself, just with, you know, just being pulled everywhere with everything, and I really just can't shut off ever. So anyway, I'm going off on a tangent, but this Dutch test was to test my hormones to see if I was healthy enough to compete, because competing and even cutting weight in itself is hard on your body. So, you know, you have to make sure that you're ready to handle it, or else your body's going to be fucked. You're not going to, you know, react to it the way that you should, and it's not going to be successful either way. So, got those results back as I was heading into work. The bar, I just got done working like a whole day at the gym, and I was going to bartend at night, and I remember my coach sent me the results, and they were, you know, it was very shocking to see. It was disturbing that, and I'll include it here, but I pretty much had no hormones. Like, I didn't have any testosterone, no estrogen, like, at all. I was postmenopausal, which is crazy. Like, that's what it showed on the chart, and that was very shocking to see. The only reason why I had progesterone was because I supplement for it, but and then my cortisol was super, super high, which, you know, it's like, I was like, how could this be? Like, I don't feel that stressed out. But I suppose it's just from, like, a combination of all the things that I was doing. And of course, prior birth control use, which my very first video on YouTube was about the birth control, which is kind of crazy. I should look back and watch it because that would be pretty interesting. But I've been struggling like ever since coming off of it, really, with the whole like trying to get my hormones healthy again, and then, you know, it's just really hard. And the reason why I couldn't achieve like the fat loss and the muscle gain goals as well as I, you know, had potential for, was because these hormones were so fucked up. And it all made sense. Like it all made sense. So I had to end up taking 3 weeks off of the gym, which was pretty fucking wild. Like, I mean, not wild, but that's probably the wrong term to use. Just like different. I did a lot of like it was good. Honestly, I think that everyone should do it. Like, if you feel like you're tied to the gym and you have to go, like, you know, you're a gym rat, it's sometimes good to take like 2-3 weeks off and just sit and realize, like, switch your mind, get shit done that you need to get done. Because there was some stuff that I was putting off, like just stupid stuff. But during this time that I took off the gym, you know, I got a lot of shit done, and I did some thinking, and I rested, and, you know, my body didn't change that much. And when I went back, I remember that first workout, the pump was fucking insane. Like, my muscles felt like they were gonna pop. Like, that just goes to show, like, I probably needed that rest. But yeah, so that was October. Moving on, November. So I started training again slowly in November. We went to Jim Thorpe, which is one of my favorite little fall towns here in PA. It's so cute to ride we rode the train last year, but not this year. So that was super fun. Always love it. I got engaged. Like, that's such a big life event. I think it was like on the 19th. I should remember this date. But we went, I remember thinking like I knew it was gonna happen this week, but I didn't want to, like, you know, let other people know that I knew. I wanted to like kind of keep it a surprise, maybe like within myself too. But that was super cool, and I look forward to the future that we have in front of us. You know, had a good Thanksgiving with my family, of course. I included something that I'm not really gonna say on here because I don't know, like, I haven't ever really talked about this before, but with the use of psychedelics, I have, you know, kind of broadened my view of life and kind of like just seen it from different perspective a little bit. And I had like a profound experience in November, which kind of, I don't know, it kind of shifted my attitude towards everything, and it was just really profound, so I had to note it. Anyway, December. December, I dyed my hair, you know, dyed it back dark, and I do not regret it at all. Like, the blonde hair was great while it lasted, but it, you know, it just was killing my hair. And this is more, you know, it's more me, it's more natural, and I think it's fucking badass. You know, I walked into the gym that day, nobody recognized me, and, you know, the one guy goes, "You look more dangerous." So, I like that. I like being dangerous. Anyway, I booked a trip to Seneca Lake for my mom's birthday, so I invited all of her friends, and we went up to Seneca Lake, had a beautiful lakefront house there. Well, obviously, like, December just happened because it's January 1st, so I have recently started another building phase, so we're going to, okay, the camera cut off. So anyway, I'm going to slowly, you know, build muscle. I'm eating a ton of carbs right now, so that's totally the goal. I bar crawled in Philly with my friends. That was super fun because you guys know that I don't, like I said earlier, I don't drink a lot. So like when I do, it's just fun to see all my old college friends. And we went to like a ugly Christmas sweater Santa bar crawl themed in Philly. I did a lot of Christmassy things. Like I had honestly my favorite Christmas yet, just because I felt like I was really in the moment, and because I had that like list of things I wanted to do, like certain movies I wanted to watch, just kind of made it more fun. And because I was never like a Christmas person, like I'm not super religious, so but I'm not religious, but I'm like a seasonal, like I just want to have a good time, you know, and be with family. So that was really awesome. So that concluded my 2022, I think. I don't know. But now we're going to move on to 2023. And I will talk briefly because I know this video is getting kind of long. So 2023, I always, for the past 3 or 4 years, I have separated my goals into business goals and personal goals. It's also getting cold outside, but it's fine. So first, I'm going to start with my business goals. So right now, as I'm talking, so I have a goal to be monetized on YouTube, I'll be honest. And therefore, you know, the steps to get, I feel like YouTube, like with all of the TikTok, you know, people, I think YouTube is more personal. You build like an actual bond with people, I think. Like they watch your shit and like you're hearing talk for 30 fucking minutes. And, you know, anybody can really get up and shake their ass on TikTok and get all the followers and whatever else. But I just don't, it's just not my style. So with the business, YouTube, whatever, my goal is to create 26 YouTube videos, so marking myself to it on here on YouTube, 26 this year in 2023. With Instagram, my goal in Instagram is pretty, my growth right now is not that great, but still, nonetheless, my goal is to hit 60K friends. I say friends because I don't, like, I want quality followers. I want people that, like, I can connect with, I can educate, they can educate me, whatever. So 60K followers on Instagram, so that's probably like double what I have now, which I'm up for a challenge. I have challenged myself year after year with it, and I have surpassed it every single year. So hopefully I'm right about this. With online clients, I love to grow my roster. I would love to add at least 10 more people this year. Not just like people that come in and out, but people that really like stick. Like I want like a team of people who are dedicated, and you know, not that fitness has to be your life, but not people who bounce around program to program. Like I want people who are buying in, who are, you know, making progress. Another one of my goals that I did not hit this past year was, and I put it as kind of like a haha goal, but an Alphalete sponsorship. It would mean like the world to me, but I know that sounds so cheesy. Hold on, I got a fucking battery needs replaced. As I was saying, an Alphalete sponsorship would mean the world to me because I have been repping the brand and wearing the brand and buying from them year after year since forever. Oh my god, this battery's dying too. So with a sponsorship, I'm not even putting it on the tripod because I know it's gonna die. It doesn't even have to be Alphalete. Like I just want a brand who I have pride in, I actually wear, and I actually like, you know, something that I can be proud of because I have put in the work. Okay, so I just briefly charged the battery and it's getting dark. So I'm just gonna finish up with my goals, even though I really just got started. Goal number 5, there's 5 for each personal and business. For the business is, besides online coaching, which online coaching is my #1 priority this month or this year to grow. as I had said before, but I would love to get into, you know, like designing. I love designing and creating and like being creative, so I would love to sell like a product or like a recipe ebook, or like for all the recipes that I make that everyone always is like, how, you know, like what's in that and stuff like that. Just have like a whole recipe ebook to sell. Maybe, you know, I'm just throwing out ideas, like a coffee mug. You know, guys know I'm so big into my coffee. Something like that, something fun. Moving on to the personal goals. 2023 is going to be a big year, and I know it because I'm not just saying that we plan on moving, like moving to like a different state. Sometime, I don't know when and I don't know where, sometime in 2023, which I will of course document it for all of you because I'm holding myself to that 26 videos. But anyway, my goal is like, our goal, move somewhere inspiring, somewhere, you know, whether it be the beach or the mountains, somewhere inspiring, somewhere new, maybe a little bit more populated, just because we're young and that's what we need to do. We need to get out. Goal number 2, compete in the wellness division. Now, I'm not holding myself to this year. Like, if it is early 2024, that is fine, because I know this year I have some big stuff going on, just like with travel. I just don't know, like, cause you guys know, like, prep takes weeks, and you can't really do anything else. You have to have like all your stress controlled for the most part, and you know, you have to pack all your meals, and you have to do your cardio, and training has to be on point. So like it is a huge thing. So my goal is to, you know, either sometime this year or the next year to compete in the wellness division, which the wellness division aligns with like a look that my body kind of already has, but I also like that look the most. The wellness, if you guys don't know, is like the bigger legs. So yeah, we got a lot of growth. We got a lot more growing to do. So please, my glutes need to grow. My next goal on this personal list is taking every opportunity for travel and adventure. That's kind of like a given for me, but just like big or small, because I know like if we're moving, everything's going to be an adventure because it's going to be new places, new faces, new, you know, whatever, hiking trails or beach walks or whatever. Just take every opportunity for travel that I have. Travel, I'm willing to put like money into traveling if I have to. Rather than like buying material things. I would rather have like experiences, like I said. Next goal, and this is a given, is achieve the best physique yet. And the last goal is to romanticize the little things, really live in the moment, be present, and name 5 positive things about each day, kind of like self-affirmations, if you will. Just kind of set yourself up for positive thinking. And then I also included in my little journal here, I love journaling, and if you don't journal, like, I recommend it. I'm just like a type of person that I like to write everything down. It's really getting dark. So I just want to read off a quick section here. This is my how for overall messy action. And I think I got this from my coach this term. So messy action, get out of your comfort zone, like no fucks given at all, especially with this YouTube thing. Like, yeah, it's uncomfortable to talk in front of a camera when people are watching you, but I'm just gonna like get out of my comfort zone, you know, spend time editing these videos. Next bullet point, keep pushing forward with everything. Like, that's kind of like my saying. No matter what, you hit plateaus. Keep pushing forward, problem solving, quality, consistency. Also with the growth of the online coaching, just in general, advertising it more, showing what my clients have done already, and that's uncomfortable for me, I'll be honest, and even talking about it now, God, I don't know why. I just like, to me, it's like their business, it's their progress. I really don't have anything to do with it, but really I do, kind of. Yeah, like I do play a part. But anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna conclude that as my little 2022 recap. 2023, I'm coming for you. I'm ready. Like, I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you guys for watching, and thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next one.